All right, I'm here with Josh Esquibel. Hey, Josh.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Thanks for being on because I'm excited for this topic. You're going to talk to us about using your Instagram to get clients. But before you do that, you are from the panhandle of Florida. Wish I was in Florida right now, but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's nice and sunny right now. Yeah,
exactly.
like an hour and a half too.
It's not, I know it's nice. And you're with World Impact Real Estate, but we actually met because of your Instagram reels and they do really well. So, can you give us like a little bit of context about how you started using Instagram and then give us some tips on how we as agents can use Instagram to gain clients?
Yeah. So surprisingly, uh, Instagram is much like Facebook, except it's a more direct, hands-on, instant gratification. In
Yeah.
my opinion, and um, and that's how it is with today's day and age.
Right.
With today's consumer, whatever market you're in, that's the type of consumer you have. Just the reality of it, unless you have an older crowd. But for instance, for my target market in real estate, that's definitely like what they are all about. And so I started researching on Instagram, kind of see what, or kind of researched about Instagram and like
Mhm.
what to use and get out of it, and doing reels and doing lives and making posts was kind of the thing. And so I started researching into that, got into a couple coachings um, and and yeah, that basically was it. But
Yeah,
it's
your reels do really well. You get like a lot of views. And when we were talking before, you were saying that you're getting customers from that, you know? So how did you like how are you doing it?
Yeah, so I mean, the big thing first is having the right mindset. So to going into it with the mindset of like, I'm doing this because I want to get clients. I'm doing it only to get clients. It's not going to get you anywhere.
Hmm.
What you need to do is you need to be able to have the mindset first. That's the first key point, is having the mindset that you are there to serve. You're there
Yeah.
to educate those clients on how the process works. So it kind of rolls into like my next point of it, which is like finding your niche. So first, having that mindset that you're not there to take, you're there to give.
You're there and I kind of hear what you're saying, like you're there to attract the right audience to you. And you're doing that by like, how can I serve this audience is
Hmm.
what I'm hearing you say.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, essentially, that's really exactly what it is. And so once you battle down the mindset piece, getting
Mhm.
or your niche,
Yeah.
or you want to pronounce it, uh, finding that is when you really can actually start capitalizing on growing on Instagram. It's like my Instagram's not huge. I'm not some verified popular
You have
millions.
more than me. So,
Yeah, but hey, but it's growing though.
yeah.
And I tell you that there was a lot of back end process that happened before I started, and now from a little under a month ago till now has been when I've really started emplacing it. Not just myself, but my wife. She does it as well.
Nice.
She's really just as big on it, if not more. I would argue probably a lot more, but she does really well.
She's prettier.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But but I think that's also a big hurdle for the mindset piece is like, how do I look on camera? Like I know so many people are like, I'm too old, I'm too fat, I'm too whatever, right? I'm too wrinkly, I'm too whatever it is. But like you gotta get over it, right?
It literally does not matter what, like, you could look just like a bag of potatoes, or you could look like a supermodel.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, when it comes to this stuff, depending on what your niche is, like for
Yeah.
mine, just to clarify on that, my niche is not real estate. My niche is not attracting real estate clients. My niche is educating and serving home buyers and sellers, particularly military, on the entire home buying and selling process. My niche is not trying to get clients. That will come as a supplementary for what
Right.
I'm on Instagram. But my
So
niche,
now, like, what's the next step? Okay, so you've decided that and that's based in your background because you served as well. So thank you. But you said, okay, this is going to be my niche. Like, now what? Now I need to educate them. But now what? Like, what do we talk about?
Yeah. I mean, the next step, get on there, get on Instagram, start doing reels, start finding the trending audios,
Mm-hmm.
start finding the information or giving the information to your clients on how for me, it's like giving information on how the real estate process works so that those clients feel comfortable enough with whatever realtor they go with. Hopefully they go with me or give me, but if they don't, at least when they go to somebody, they have that education piece and feel more comfortable. And
well, I think too, like what I'm hearing you say is like if you know your audience and you know your niche, then whatever reel or video you're doing, then you know like what words to put, right? Because you know they want to know, and you're answering that question.
Yeah, anticipating what their needs are, really.
Can you give us an example of like one that you've done, like maybe an example or two of one that you've done so that we can like fully understand?
Yeah. So for example, let me think of probably the best one.
You have some really funny ones on there. But I like if you do any reel, you can see like the what is the perspective, right? So if your niche is home sellers, there's going to be reels that come up that you can be like, okay, a home seller is going to want to know this. What do they want to know about this? And it matches up.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, yeah, so like there was a reel that I did a few days ago that was kind of looked like Neo from the Matrix, almost like holding.
Oh, I saw that one. Yeah, that was good.
So I had two hands out, and one caption over here said, deciding to buy your dream home, and then this hand said, continuing to pay someone else's mortgage or rent, and then the voiceover audio was like, you're probably not going to want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyways.
Right.
Always go with the choice that scares you the most, which is so true, because the buyers are scared. And there's nothing wrong with that. People are scared to make a big decision like that. It's the biggest financial decision in most people's life. So going into it, not knowing anything, just having these funny yet very educational and witty reels helps relax that process, helps those people feel more comfortable about jumping into it. And so, for example, that's like a very serious voiceover, but you like got to find the wittiness in it. And that's what I mean for the real estate agents. Like, don't be afraid to like show your character. That's what people, like, I'm super excited and passionate about it because first off, I have an amazing wife who pushes me and tells me like, be yourself. That's what people want. They want that authenticity because when you're fake, I mean, doing the voiceover stuff is one thing, but that's to be relatable. But being in like who you are and your mannerisms and stuff like that, that's what people are going to pick up on. So
exactly.
Yeah. Serious voiceover. And I was like, always go with the choice that scares you the most. And I'm like, which one do you want?
Buy a house. So, no, I think you're right. And I think it's, the biggest hurdle is that's like any lead generation is getting your mind right about it and then knowing what to say and then like doing the damn thing. And like, that's it. That solves all your problems.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't be scared. Don't be scared to put yourself out there. You'd be surprised what people have said. I mean, I've already gotten people hitting me up from my hometown. They're like, I'm watching all your reels. And then there's people that are like, oh, these reels are so funny. Hey, by the way, we're looking to buy. And I'm like, boom.
Got it. It worked.
Yeah. So, and that's already happening right now. I mean, I'm just getting started. Again, I don't have, thousands and thousands of followers or anything, but we'll be touching base more.
You will, I'm sure. So if people want to find you on Instagram, and truly, I mean, could they just, when they're getting started, could they just like copy what you're doing? Is that a faux pas?
That is encouraged.
That's like the point, right?
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah. So like going on to people's pages that are doing the same niche or close to it that you are, find an audio that they're using. And I mean, we can talk later on about a little more detail of like how to do these things, but basically the audio, save it on your Instagram. And then when you do your reel, just pull that audio up, do the same voiceover and your own character,
right?
And apply whatever your niche message is. And that Don't be afraid, and you're gonna mess it up. It's not gonna be perfect.
It's fine.
The words might be twisted a little bit. Like, just posting them though. Just keep posting. The real truth is consistency. That's every day, at least one a day.
That's awesome. Well, if people want to find you on Instagram, what is the best way?
Yeah, so it's my IG ID or username. It's realtor underscore Josh Esquibel. So that's ESQUIBEL is the last name. So realtor underscore Josh Esquibel.
Is that the best way to get a hold of you too, if people have a referral for you?
Yeah, so if you go onto my Instagram page, right on the top, there's my contact info. It's got my phone number, my email. It's got my brokerage information. Yeah, and you can just DM me too. DMing on Instagram is the easiest way to get a hold of me.
It's easy. That's how I got a hold of you. All right. Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks a lot for being on. I know it's like a scary thing for people, but if they just, you made it a lot simpler and made it less scary. So thank you.
Yeah, of course. I'd love to do it again.
Have a good one. Bye.
You too.